Newton and the Cincinnati Bengals versus Ben Roethlisberger and the Baltimore Ravens.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they, too, were winners last time out. So something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by a man back from an elbow injury that sidelined him for the majority of 2019. At 38 years of age, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On the tackle.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 16 carries, 64 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. Brings up
on 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. And his team is having a touchdown. Some fans going to get lucky and get the game ball.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain 3.
Brings up 2nd.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 catches, 58 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves it. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st down, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Roethlisberger will throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, they've got man covered. Tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Fournette, a first down carry. Now Roethlisberger going with the option, right side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Leonard Fournette on the carry. Geno Atkins on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
24-yard line.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's got Burton here.
Roethlisberger's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Have to get that lead. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Newton on 1st down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
4th down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
33-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A first throw for the backup Griffin. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Morrow able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
At their own 30.
Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive.
It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Now you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his goal line here, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That is on 9-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
4 yards.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton now to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Newton 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Mostert. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Mostert. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not. The line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Newton. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Cam Newton, 31 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. But even in a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And it is now 21-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Short throw to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up third.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
A 5-yard gain.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
then to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A gain of 2 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The veteran, Phillip Rivers, with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Damiere Byrd, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw again on second down. Newton, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 37, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
45-yard line.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing again is Newton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half,
Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Brings up second.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Ravens.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
The handoff to
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
This is Fournette. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Leonard Fournette on the carry. He's across.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Burton here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Bengals 21, Ravens 10.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
29-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 11 yards there, first down.
That's good.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Newton caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Calling a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Newton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is
Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And his kick is right through. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Leonard Fournette stopped short of the marker on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Once again, it's Mostert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Brought down at the 26. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game.
31. Ravens 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
33-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
31,
A tackle made by Todd Davis.
taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
6.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not in until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Ravens. They'll take over.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On the carry. Khalil Mack in on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
11-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. Like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Cincinnati, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.